What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about AMC, give you guys an understanding of what's happening, where I feel it's going to be. And I understand that you can't really predict this too much as you go out, into the next coming days or, weeks or months. But really, it's just my opinion on where I believe it's going to be with all the information that's at hand. But before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the credit card links. That does help out the channel as well. So with AMC, we can see exactly what happened yesterday. So let's go ahead and break down what happened yesterday. Technically, it's today, but I'm breaking down what happened in the day open. So you can see that we opened up at $8.86, which is pretty good, pretty decent. It's not anything that we can write home about or that we can, make a crazy amount of money on, right? Some people may be making some pretty good money from, investing at that $4 mark and getting all the way up to $9. But it did pretty much get up to my break-even point. You could see the fluctuation that it had. It had that W formation where it followed the trend for once. I mean, you can see the positivity that it had, and it did increase quite a bit from that $8.51 mark all the way up to $9.45, which I was really happy about because it got up to my break-even point. Now, what I was kind of contemplating was, is it going to pull back very far? Is it going to pull back to $7? Is it going to pull back to something that's worth it? Because if you don't know, my break-even is $9.38. So I thought maybe I can, get out a little bit above break-even, maybe make $1,000, have it pull back to maybe $7.50, and then invest there to where I can know that it's going to pull up to $10, which means I can invest more money into a lower price stock, which means that we'll have a lot more shares, close to 2,000, if not more than 2,000, and then basically be able to gain $2,000 each dollar that it goes up. So that was my thought. But I wanted to really look into this to see if it was going to fully pull back. And I was wise not to get out. It didn't fully pull back, so I'm still in it. I was waiting for something to really tell me that it is going to, increase a crazy amount and then, pull back a crazy amount. But you didn't really see that the whole day. You did see a lot of volatility. You did see a lot of movement, a lot of great movement. I would have liked to have seen something go up. Obviously, most people would. But once you see this crossover, I thought it was going to continue on that trajectory. At least stay above there, quite a bit, maybe at that like $9 mark, and then slowly increase to maybe $9.50, $10. In the beginning of the day, I was saying that it has a possibility that it could go to $10 and that it was going to hover really between that that $8 and $9 mark. And that's exactly what it did. It was hover between that $8 and $9 mark. And it started to really flatten out and then increase towards the end of the day, which obviously you've seen a decrease all the way at the end. So it got up to $9.34 and then dropped down. Now, right now you're seeing in the after hours market that it's pretty much flat. It's not moving too much. I expected some sort of an increase because the after hours market tends to do something ridiculous compared to the open for the most part. So seeing this, you can see that it's hovering around that $9 mark. Hopefully we can stay above it. But right now it's only 2 cents above it, which means that it has a high probability of going lower. You have a lot of buying power somewhere around that $8.85 mark, which has been the case for quite some time from what I've noticed. But it is basically have that support level where it is going to push up. And I just hope that we see another gap up like we did this morning. Now, when it comes to the overall thought of AMC, obviously we still have some form of manipulation out there. We understand that hedge funds are basically looking at everything that they could possibly do in order to bring this price down. I understand that, whether it's shorting it, short laddering, naked shorting, whatever it is. But you do see that the price is slowly increasing to where you can basically see it at, that $6 mark, $7 mark, $8 mark, and now finally at this, $9 mark. Yes, it did push up to 11, but that was just a quick push where you had a lot of people buying into it as they started to cover a lot of their shorts, which they had to realize this and change their strategy up with the influx of volume. Now, tomorrow may be really good as well. I'm still going with the standard volume. Everybody that's quoting that, we may have them cover a lot of shorts or whatever they're actually quoting. Let's take it for what it is. Let's understand what's happening in the day, and then we can go on about our day. I could tell you that the stock value from what I give AMC, the stock value is $10 to $15. I've been saying this for a number of days, a number of weeks that the stock value should be $10 to $15 right now. Post pandemic, it should be closer to $20. There are a lot less valuable companies out there, and I understand that they're not making a lot of money. Basically, they're losing a lot of money by not having people go to theaters. Even when they are open, you don't have a lot of people going. But with the extra attention on their business, you're going to see a lot of businesses, a lot of AMCs start to get packed. A lot of AMC theaters get really, really packed, especially with Marvel movies coming out. Any movies that do come out, if they offer some sort of special that they could do with it. I know they were doing like you could rent out an entire theater for a little bit or something like that. But to have them opening up things and get everything situated, I feel like this is going to be a plus on their books. And obviously, they're not going to make up all the money that they lost. But here, with us investing in them, saving them, we're basically moving this company forward rather than sinking them, which is what the hedge funds really want to do. So we're looking to save as many companies as we can, whether that is AMC, GME, GoPro, whatever it actually is. We're looking to save some companies here. So you can look at everything that happened today, and it was really positive. The thing that I was interested to look at was the average volume compared to the actual volume. So the actual volume was 142 million, while the average volume was 146. So we were a little bit below. It looked like we weren't really getting that much volume, but we did see some really good positivity. And I don't know as to all of the reasons why, if they were not shorting as much today, if they decided to take a break, I don't know. But we've seen less volume and more positivity here. And maybe they're doing strategically to where they're shorting only when we have these massive increases. So then you can take people out of their position and say, oh, well, you know what? It's not getting to this price anytime soon, or it's not getting to this price again. So that's what I think about AMC. I still believe that they can get to, that $20 mark, $30 mark. It just is going to take time. And they're going to slowly decrease the amount of shorts that they have. And if they do it the right way, then they can limit or kind of get rid of the thought of having a squeeze. And the squeeze is really predicated on the fact that they have interest rates, high interest rates, which they don't have. You can have a number of shorts, but they can sit on all of these shorts if they're not paying high interest on it. So we have to look out for all of these variables. There's a lot of variables in where I believe it's going to be. But as we start to look into all of the information that we have at hand, what can we really take from this? Well, mainly that we are going to see an increase in the stock price. If you invested below $10, you're definitely set up to make a little bit of money because of the fact that the stock should be in between that $10 to $15 mark, right? $10 to $15 mark, you can make a lot of money being under $10 depending how many shares you have, right? I have 1,700 shares. I can make $1,700 every single time it goes up by $1, right? So if it gains from $10 all the way up to $15, then I'll gain, let's just round it up to 2. 2 times 5 is basically $10,000, right? So that's where, you can actually make a little bit of money from it if you are below it. Now, if you are above it, which I've seen a number of people that are at $17 or $20, that's where it ends up being very difficult, and averaging down is probably the best bet in order to limit the amount that you're losing. The only issue that I see with that is that you're risking more money in order to average it down. Now, I hope that everybody can make a decent amount of money from this. So AMC, I can say, definitely is going to have a positive move for the most part. You're going to see that increase, but there's not really anything to tell if we're going to see that squeeze right now. Yes, we can see the interest. Yes, we can see the amount of shorted shares. Yes, we can see that we have call options for certain dates at certain times. We can see all of this information, but we do not physically know if there's going to be a squeeze. I'm going to tell you, as a person that has studied stocks, swing trading and day trading, I understand that it's very difficult to get to a squeeze if you don't have the interest there. It's very difficult to get to the squeeze if you have some sort of manipulation there. It's easy to get to a squeeze if you have kind of a blind eye to it, kind of like the GameStop situation, to where yes, the stock was increasing and it continued to increase, but it wasn't something that was heavily promoted at the time and then all of a sudden started to skyrocket. You've seen it all go up in a matter of days. And that's where it was kind of a blind eye to it. You kind of didn't know that was going to happen. So same thing with what happened with the $200 as it went up from $40 to $200. Nobody knew that all that, volume was coming. So yeah, let me know what you think about AMC. Do you believe that they're, something that's going to continue to increase, that they're going to hit that $20 mark, that they're going to hit the $15 mark? Where do you think they're going to be realistically? Nothing that says, oh, to the moon, or $200, or $200, $300, or $400, or $600. That's not what I want to hear. Yes, if you truly believe that it's at $600, then you can tell me. But I want you to give me a reason why you think it's going to get to that point, because there's a lot of variables, variables that go against us, variables that go with us, and hopefully we can figure out how to become positive, all of us, not just mentally, but physically, having a positive impact on your account. So that's my video, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out some of the links down below. I have a link for Webull where you get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. Also, you can check out some of my credit card links. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.